Here's a quick rundown of the cone-shaped stove. The cone itself, which is made of just aluminum flashing, is 4 3/4 inches tall. The diameter of the bottom is 5.5 inches. The diameter of the top is 3 3/8 inches. There are 10 relatively evenly spaced half-inch holes around the base. The burner can is a standard issue pint can, 3 3/8 inch diameter. I think it's 3 7/8 inch tall, approximately 1 inch, 15/16 or so down. I have 20 1/4 inch holes drilled around the perimeter there for the secondary air intake. I use a piece of hardware cloth for the grate in the bottom. This just suspended by these pins that go through some holes in the bottom. So that's a quick tour of that stove before I make any changes to it to try and increase its efficiency and definitely slow the smoking down, if not stop it altogether. There you have it, cone stove. I just whipped up a quick little propeller that will fit right in the bottom of this guy, and I'm not going to try it as much as I want to. I'm not going to try it right away. I'll try this original setup again, but later on I'll throw in the propeller and see if I get anywhere with that. Alright, I just bought this big bag of natural hardwood premium kiln dried kindling. It comes in big sticks, which I have to sort of render down into chips, but hopefully it'll make for a good burn and add some consistency to what I'm using for fuel. Well, I'm getting ready to go out for a burn. I have selected a different pot holder just because I know the last one might have been causing too much back pressure or something, and this is more than likely what I would use in the field anyway, so we'll just make that be the new baseline, considering we haven't measured anything yet anyway. Here is 2.5 ounces of the chopped up hardwood kindling. That should fill, it should all fit in there in one go. I have 2.75 ounces extra to add to it if this doesn't bring it to a boil. Then I'll measure how much this weighs when I'm done to see how much I had used to feed the fire. So just about ready. I'm going to go outside. I'm going to use a 1 liter pot with 2 cups of water and a lid that I can pick up the pot if I need to without taking the lid off, and a hole in the lid for putting a thermometer in there to see when we hit boiling. So that'll be the plan of attack. I'm not positive what the outside air temp is right now, but we'll get to that when we get out there and see what we come up with. So here we go. Okay, we're going to start the burn. I've measured the height of the pot stand to be 1 5/8 inches. The 2 cups of water is currently at 51.7 degrees, and so we'll light her up. I'm just going to use some dryer lint. I ran out of cotton balls with Vaseline on them, so we'll get this thing going and see what happens. Well, it took a little bit to get her going with the dryer lint, but she's going well now, but it is definitely smoky. But we'll see what happens. So around 8 minutes and 30 seconds I had a boil. I just had to stoke it with a little bit of fuel, and it was about 8:30 I had to boil, and I didn't put it on the fire until it was 3:19. So that's that. So in summary of the Most recent boil, outside air temp 34.5 degrees. I had 2 cups of water that was 51, 52 degrees when I started. The wind is light and sort of variable. I put the water on at 3 minutes 19 seconds. It took a little effort to get the flame sustained, but it did alright. Once it was going, I put the water on. I had a good rolling boil at 8:30, maybe even a little before that. I didn't have the thermometer stuck in it. I mostly heard it going and lifted the lid, and sure enough, rolling boil. I had to, with the extra bag of wood I had, it weighed 2.75 ounces at the beginning. I had to chuck in a couple little bits of it. So the ending weight was 2.35 ounces for a difference of 0.40 ounces. That's the long and short of the cone stove. No changes yet. I'm going to add the propeller next, and we'll see what we get.